Hey, happy day 57 of the BP Challenge. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, also known as Pajama Grandma. Talking about supplements, how we use supplements, how I use supplements to enhance or improve my energy, my performance, how I feel. Now, I am all about, in this health and lifestyle challenge, reducing my blood pressure. I need to get my blood pressure down 20 points in order to not have to go on a prescription drug, as per my cardiologist. So, I am on a 90-day push to make sure that that doesn't happen. I already take one prescription for my ICD, for my internal cardiac device, for my heart. It's a beta blocker, and that drug actually, the sudden cardiac arrest actually, I think is responsible for my blood pressure being high in the first place. I've never had high blood pressure in my life until I had this cardiac arrest. And ever since then, I have had a challenge with my blood pressure. Initially, I was on a couple of medications that made my blood pressure so low, I would almost pass out when I was just walking. And so they took me off those, and for a bunch of years, it's been 9 years since my cardiac arrest, I was fine, and my blood pressure was fine, but they increased the dose of the beta blocker that I'm on, and I think that has had a negative impact on me. I think it has caused my blood pressure to grow up and my weight to go up as well, which is super duper frustrating. When you're only 1.5, you don't want your weight to go up. And as you get older, you don't want your weight to go up. So both of those are challenges that I need to address as part of this blood pressure challenge. So working on supplements. Yesterday we talked about all of the conflicting information that is out there in the universe, in the world, and accessible to us now about everything, but especially about supplements. What's good for us, what's a good source, what we should take, what we shouldn't take, how much we should take, how often we should take it, whether we should take it with food or without food, with water, without water, you name it. There's all kinds of misinformation and different information out there. Might not be misinformation, but differing opinions and different information. So yesterday the challenge was to come up with 3 ways to analyze or look at or decide who and what you're going to listen to and how you're going to choose what's right for you to do. And that leads to today's topic. The bottom line deciding factor of everything, not just deciding what you're going to do with respect to supplements or this segment for you of the challenge, but of everything, always boils down to you. You. How does it make you feel? How does it make you feel? If it makes you feel better, it gives results. We're looking for some kind of a result. When we can't tell a difference, when we don't notice a difference, then it's something that doesn't probably matter for us. But when we feel a result, either good or bad, that has given us a result, and we want to know what that result is. If it's bad, we stop doing it. If it's good, we keep doing it, and we maybe do more of it. We have to test and find out and tweak on us. But you, your body, only you can be the deciding factor. No one else on the planet, no one else in the universe is inside you, your head. Nobody knows you better than you do. Only you know. Only you can experience your life and your body and your reactions and your challenges and your feelings and your thoughts and your emotions. Only you. Nobody else can. It's always up to you to decide, you to choose. So the easiest way for you to choose and decide is to ask yourself, how does this make me feel? Am I noticing a result? And how am I going to know when I'm seeing a result? How is it going to show up in my body? How am I going to know? How am I going to trigger in my mind? What am I going to look for? What changes or results, and how much of a result do I need before I'll actually notice this? I would say ask your subconscious mind to let you know, your conscious mind know immediately whenever there's a result, either good or bad, to any decision, any choice, any challenge that you're facing, any choice that you're making. So let's think of an example of this. I am taking a stress relieving complex and formula. As my second thing, I decided, all right, stress is a huge impactor on blood pressure. Therefore, I want to find a formula that will reduce my stress. You might want to find a formula that gives you better clarity and mental focus. You might want to find a formula that gives you more energy in the afternoon, because just like me, maybe you have that 1 to 2 p.m. slump. Right after lunch, you're like, bleh, and you want to take a nap, and you don't really have time to take a nap. So maybe you want to find an energy supplementing formula. I took this stress one. Now, I haven't noticed yet that I'm feeling any less stress. So I'm asking my subconscious mind and body to let me know, notice when you have, if this is working or not. Notice when and if you have a result. Sometimes we'll take a supplement or something that actually is supposed to reduce our stress, and it has the absolute opposite effect on us personally. It might work on 90% of the population, but to us, it has the exact opposite effect. I am in a family with biochemistry like that. My kids are both ADHD, clinically defined, which, so what? Give it a label. They're high energy, run, very energetic kids. And so if you know anything about ADHD, you know that the drugs that they give people, at least from a pharmaceutical standpoint, as well as a natural standpoint, are ones that stimulate the brain. Now, that's just the opposite of what you would do for most people. Thus, the whole Ritalin thing, where kids were selling Ritalin, and they probably still do it, in college to other kids so that they could, be speeded up to study for tests and things. I guess that was a big thing. I don't know if it was in the 90s or 2000s, but whatever. They might still be doing it. But it has the exact opposite on people with ADHD. We need to slow our brains down so we can focus and have concentrated attention on things. Now, I've never taken anything for ADHD, but I guarantee I definitely have an ADHD brain. I think a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners do. But my point is, how something affects you, only you are going to be able to decide. Only you can determine if the result is what you want or what you don't want. So today, I just want you to ask your subconscious mind to let you know, and you decide how you want it to let you know if you're getting a result or not. And you can say, hey, if it's bad, I want you to show me this. If it's good, I want you to show me that. I often will, and it's a weird little trick, but it's worked for me, ask myself to tell myself if I'm feeling frustrated or anxious versus it, because I want to know. At the instant I start feeling that way, it means I need to change my thinking. I need to change what I'm focusing on. I need to change my body. I need to do something different, because I spent a lot of years being frustrated, and that increases my stress level because I'm thinking that things should be different than they are. It makes me feel bad. It gives me negative results because I can't focus and concentrate on things to make the situation the way I want it to be. And it just becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy and a downward spiral of frustration and negativity. So I have asked my brain and my emotions and my subconscious to trigger and let me know as soon as I consciously can that I'm feeling frustrated or upset or negative about something. And that allows me to stop and choose how I want to feel. Now, sometimes, like everybody else, I just want to wallow in self-pity, and I want to feel sorry for myself, or I want to feel frustrated, or I want to feel upset or sad or angry or something. And so then I'll let myself do it for a while, but I don't let myself stay there anymore. I used to go in these loops where I'd be sad or frustrated or upset about something or angry. If something happened to my kids, I would live vicariously and I'd feel terrible for them. They might be over it in like 20 minutes, and I'd be feeling bad for 2 or 3 days over how they were wronged by the universe or the world or by a coach or by a friend or a teacher or something. And they'd be long past it, and I'd be still feeling bad about it. So I want to eliminate that behavior. So I ask my subconscious to help me identify when I'm doing that. Like if I'm taking on someone else's problems or challenges, and it's really hard with our kids, right? They have challenges in their lives, and we want to, help them solve them. But what, I have to trigger and remind myself, and I hate the expression, not my circus, not my monkey, but it's so true. I have to remember the things that I can control are only the things within me. I can't control anything else that happens in the world. And I'm not saying that I don't have ownership of that or I can't impact that, but I'm saying there's going to be stuff outside of me that happens that I have no control over, especially other people. Just like you, I hate to tell you, breaking the news to you, you don't have control over anybody else on the planet. Even our kids, even when they're little. I hang out with my 4-year-old granddaughter. There's some days she's just sad or grumpy or tired or ornery, and she doesn't really necessarily know how to communicate that. But I just know she's having a hard day. And then we just love her. I just love her because that's all I can do. I can't understand what she's feeling sad or upset or frustrated about, because she's 4. She doesn't always have the words to describe exactly what's going on. She doesn't always know what's going on and what's making her feel upset or sad. So we just go with it. We just roll with it. And I have to understand that all I can do is love her, because there's nothing I can do. I can't get inside of her head, and I can't change it for her. We can't change how anybody else feels inside. A team member from a team a couple of years ago committed suicide last week. And he was a good friend of my son's and my daughter's, all of us. He was a good friend of all of ours. And as sad and as horrible as it is, I have to remind myself, it's none of our faults. We don't understand. We didn't know how sad he was. We don't know what he was experiencing inside that made him make that choice and make that decision. And so we just have to love people, and we love him. We love the memories that we have of him. We love that he touched our lives and we had experiences with him, but we'll never understand what happened with that situation. So that's it. That's it for today. I'm going to answer my phone. Have an amazing day. Figure out how to talk to your subconscious, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye.